What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with another review for Rated to Love, Make a Move, Season 1, Episode 9. Don't call it a comeback, you guys. It's the title of this episode. Now, before we jump into this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Rated to Love, Make a Move, shall we? All right, you guys, so one quick question. Does anybody know how many more episodes are left of this season? Just asking a general question. I'm a little tired of it. Gotta be honest with you. This episode, honestly, I feel like they could have kept this episode because I got nothing from this episode. I do have notes for it, but overall, the episode, I don't understand what we're doing at this point, and I definitely did not understand the purpose of bringing back the people that they sent home, and I guess they weren't like connecting with originally. But we pick up the episode where we ended the last episode, which was with Vernisha sitting down having a conversation with Zelle. And so she asked Zelle, do you still have feelings? Do you still like Charisse? He said yes, that he is still interested in Charisse and that he was hoping that she will put in a good word for him with Charisse. I was like, no, slow it down, roll. Flag on the play. So, and he also thought that this date right here was going to be with Charisse. Huh? Why? Sir, go home. Please go home. Please go home. Go home. Go home. Go home. Like I said, he wanted Vernisha to pass the message on to Charisse that he was still very much so interested in Charisse. Sir, go to hell. Please and thank you. Respectfully, go to hell. Now, we see Charisse, so her blind date is with none other than Mr. Mute Challenge himself. You guessed it, Maurice is back. I was like, nah, I know y'all fucking lying. Maurice is back, but that's who Charisse wanted to see. I was like, Charisse, why do you want to see Maurice? That man never had a conversation with you the first. So I was thoroughly confused, but I was like, you know what, Charisse, I really do see through you. And again, I don't have a problem with the fact that you like him because he got money, but it's got to be more there than just the money, sis. You know what I'm saying? This man gives you absolutely nothing. He doesn't even have a conversation. He can't even hold a conversation with you. You spend all the time talking to him. Like I've said it numerous times, I don't have a problem with anybody who dates for money, right? But I couldn't be in a relationship with someone who they just sit there and just look at you and let you and then you just hold the conversation. No. It's not gonna work for me. But I will say, she said that Maurice has been talking to, communicating with her, right? And I was like, what's the purpose in sending these men home if the women are going to continue to talk to them once they leave? This gives regular Rated to Love where they do that shit and they be like, holding conversation. Like, it's just, that's one of the things about Rated to Love I cannot stand. I do like the fact that the ladies, I wish it was like, the Rated to Love was like this, where they all live together instead of, it's just weird. But hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me. This is their show. Like I said, Maurice was having more of a dialogue with Charisse in this episode. And I was like, so you do know how to hold a conversation. But he knows how to hold on a conversation because you're an attorney, so you have to sit there and talk to your clients. But it is what it is. Charisse, if you like it, I love it. I don't understand why you like it. But ma'am, if that's what you want to do, knock yourself out, slap yourself, call yourself silly, whatever you want to do. I have no problems with it. Let me know what you guys think. We'll pause here, you guys, and we're going to move forward to the next. So Ashley, her date was with Kirsten, and I was just like, okay, why is Ashley out on a date with Kirsten? Kirsten was not intentional with Ashley. especially after that last date that they went on where it was old girl from her season, and he didn't pay her any bit of attention. But I was like, so we're just running out of things to do at this point, huh? Because Kirsten, he came with flowers, he came with a card, and he also came with a some candy, right? I was like, oh, laying it on thick. Again, like I said, I don't believe that Kirsten had any romantic attraction towards Sharice. I don't think he liked Sharice like that. Go find old girl that went on that date with y'all and you holler at her. Because that's where you want it to be. My personal opinions. The other thing that I will say when it comes to Ashley, Ashley fishes for compliments. And that gets on my, I hate the fact that Ashley has to fish for compliments and fish for this. If you gotta fish for those things, ma'am, it's not there. If you gotta fish for a compliment, if you gotta fish to find out like, do you like me and all this kind of stuff, if you gotta fish for that, then you got your answer right there. And Kirsten gives you your answer. It's a no. He doesn't like you like that. But it is what it is, right? She also told Kirsten that he reminds her of guys that she's dated in the past, right? Ma'am, if he reminds you of the guys that you've dated in the past, then why have you been? Here's the question that I have. If he reminded you of the guys that you dated in the past, then why were you, the question that I have is, why was he your keeper for so long? Because you kept him over, what's his name? Oh, what's old boy's name? Don. He was your keeper, so I don't understand why he was your keeper if he reminds you of guys that you dated in the past. You know the guys that you dated in the past, and you should be able to see those warning signs and those red flags, but I guess you just ignored them because he was tall and handsome. That's what it is, you guys. It is what it is. Next up, you guys, we got Zadia. So Zadia is on a date with Richard. Now, Richard, she met him from the mixer, and she didn't go further with him at the mixer. Now, the question that I will ask is, because he's an elementary school principal. Rated to Love, Make a Move. Where did y'all do casting at for this season? Because, I mean, damn near everybody works in the education system. Again, let me say this right here, right quick. There's no shade toward anybody who is an educator. I love it. I applaud it. I respect it, right? Because it's not something that I could ever do. I couldn't be around kids all day, every day. Don't like kids like that. Like the kids in my family, other people's kids, not so much, right? So I just was questioning. I was like, damn near everybody on this show has worked in the education system, like almost every last one of us. I was like, where did y'all do casting? It's very interesting, but nothing bad, not bad. Now, what I will say is this date with Zadia and what's his name, Richard, went very well. So Zadia has a lot on her mind that she has to think about. But what we'll do right here is we'll pause here and we'll move forward, you guys. Next up, you guys, we got Ashley. So Ashley and Donald, they went on a date with each other. Ashley was talking about the clothes that Donald has on, more specifically his loafers. And I was like, what's wrong with his shoes? I mean, I don't know what it is with Ashley. Like I've said plenty of times before with Ashley, I want Ashley to go work on Ashley, because there is some stuff internally with Ashley that I don't think she's dealt with. I don't think she's dealt with the loss of her father. I just don't think she dealt with a lot of things. And I think Ashley has some internal things that she needs to work on before I feel like she can actually be ready to have a relationship with somebody, if that makes sense to you guys. But I want you guys to tell me, how you guys feel about that. And so she asked Donald, where does he see things with them? I will say with Donald, I don't know if I think that Donald is 100% intentional, because I think Donald is, my personal opinions, I feel that Donald may be telling, Ashley what she wants to hear, because he's talking about, looking forward to the future with her, right? But I don't necessarily know if that's the case. But hey, we shall see, you guys. And then after that, we have Sharice. So Sharice is on her keeper date with Nick. I'm still so confused as to why Sharice kept Nick around. I think the only thing that I'm getting from Charisse and Nick is the physical appearance, the fact that she finds him physically attractive, because outside of that, there's absolutely nothing. Now, what I will say is she gets more from him than she does with Maurice, but with Nick, however, Nick gives very surface level. I don't get anything of, I'm not saying he has no substance. I'm just saying the conversation that he has with her, it's very just flat across the board. It's just nothing. It gives nothing. It just gives nothing. So I don't necessarily know what Charisse sees in him, but she sees something in him, right? Now, Zadia. Zadia went out on another date with Cameron. And here's the thing that I will say I find so confusing about Cameron, right? And I get that, we all have our lives that we have to live, right? We all have jobs and stuff. Here's my dilemma when it comes to him. You intentionally signed up for this show. So you knew that with this process that you would be dating someone and that you would be given, some extra time to cultivating a relationship. So if you didn't have the time between your photography and the pharmacy, then why did you come and do this process? Like, I don't understand Cameron at all, and it makes absolutely no sense to me. And the more I look at it, I'm like, oh, Zadia girl, you definitely, I believe you and Mr. Cameron. I believe that night that you left out of that house and came back later, yeah, I think y'all did the bedroom boogie somewhere. It could have been, it might not have been at his house. It might have been in the car. Ain't no shade. I don't have no problem with what you do. But yeah, it's definitely given that y'all did the bedroom boogie. So Vernisha, we see Vernisha and she's out on her keeper date with Tabari, right? So I will say that in this scene, Tabari was more, he wasn't like, in the last few episodes we've seen of Tabari, Tabari is joking and playful. In this episode, in this date right here, he was more serious. They talked about faith and religion. And so Vernisha said that she's more non-denominational at this point. She's non-denominational. He said his family, one side of his family was Catholic, his grandmother was Pentecostal. I forgot what he said about his dad, but he has a mishposh of religion in him, right? And so they connected on that. And then we see the ladies as they had the conversations with Tamika about their dates. All right, you guys. So the ladies had that conversation with Tamika, and it ain't much to that. Now we get to the end of the episode where, they have to decide who they want to move forward with. And what I will say is, Ready to Love, make a move. Because I had to come back to this episode to make sure I didn't miss something, because we didn't see who Charisse kept. But if you guys go watch the preview for next week's episode, we see Maurice in a scene with them. So, and we know that Ashley kept Donald, Vernisha kept Tabari, but we didn't see who Charisse kept. And like I said, and in the scene that I saw for next week's episode, we saw that I saw what's his name? I saw Donald, because next week they're going to be meeting their keepers' families. And I saw Donald and I saw Maurice, and I'm like, Charisse, if Charisse keeps Maurice, I'm not at all shocked or surprised about the situation, but it is what it is, right? And also at one point in this scene with the mixer, Tamika pulled, what's his name? Cameron aside to have a conversation with Cameron, right? Cameron, I don't know, you guys. Cameron is a no for me, because I get it. Some people be worried about things in the past. He's worried about the future, and I get that, right? I get that he is, quote unquote, worried about the future. Yeah, you guys, they didn't show Charisse who she kept in this episode, But I know for a fact I see that Maurice is on next week's episode with his family. So Sharice is keeping Maurice over Nick. Not a problem, but Sharice, girl, you know what? If you like it, I love it. Zadia didn't make a decision in this episode, and so it ended. The episode ended with that, her not making a decision between Cameron or between Richard. Honestly, at this point, I would say peace out to Cameron, because again, I don't know what Cameron just doesn't give me that I don't know. Cameron kind of feel like he came out here to plug his business, because I also noticed in this episode, this was the first time that I really paid attention to Cameron, that he has this necklace on he got this pendant on his neck that says TSC. I was like, TSC? The hell is that? Like, huh? Okay. It's given like Flavor Flav, when he would say, will you accept this clock? Here's your clock. Or, I love New York, will you accept this pendant? Here's your pendant. Like, come on, Cameron. You gotta get it together, buddy. If you like Zadia, you like her, and tell her you like her. If you don't, stop playing a game with the woman, because that's really what I'm getting, is that he's just playing a game with Zadia. But that's the episode, you guys. If I left anything out, which I don't think I did, the only thing I know I left out is them having a conversation with Tamika. But if there's anything that you guys want to discuss in the comment section below, leave it there and we'll discuss it there. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section below. You guys subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and also share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.